Friends, in our last video, we have changed some data types here. The data we have loaded, data set we have loaded, we have made changes in some columns, and now we will try to see some more data set. Now we will see the data set which is honey production. So what we will do, we will go here, we will open the Power Query Editor in for honey production. So this is showing the information about the honey production in different years or different states across the United States. The last column showing here is giving the information about the year in which the information of honey production was recorded. So what we will do, we will select here year and we will go to the change type. So what we will do, we just want to change the data type here. So for that, we will go to the home menu and after selecting year, we will go here type. What kind of data type is here? It is whole number. Then in which we want to change, we will put it here. If we want to change date time, if you want to change date, then let's say select it should be date time. And we are not going to replace current. What we will do, we will add a new step. Then we will convert a new step. We will see the next the year column has been changed to the date year format. So it does not, now you will see, it does not point to 1998. It does not point to 1 of January of that year. In fact, it is pointing to the day which is 1998 into 20th century. So 1st of January 1900 is treating as day 1. So when transforming to date time field, we are effectively meant to specify number of days from that period. So I may have transformation for some numeric data type to convert date time, but it does not work out for our data set here. So for undo this changes, we need to delete this particular step. Well, we just right click on this particular step and we will select the delete and we will convert it to the more readable form. As we will go to the delete, you will see the year is now in more readable format. So let's move for some other transformation. Let's go to the first column and see what we can do with that. What we will do, we are going to the first column here. Now select the first column. Select the first column. Then go to the transform menu. What we can do, we can easily convert here all rows to the column and all columns to the rows. Then what we will do, let's transpose. If we are going to transpose here, we will see every row information is converted into a column and every column information is was the row in the data set. So so here effectively each row becomes a column of data set in the transformation table and each column a row. So when we apply to this table, well, what is previously first row pointing to the honey production. In this state of Alabama, in first row, here AL. In this state of Alabama appear as new column scrolling along. We can see that there is a number of columns there who was previously number of rows. So it's really hard to read. So just cancel this particular step in transformation and we were back to previous data set. For cancellation, what we will do, we will select here and we will delete this particular step. So where this transformation here may not work, but for some data set, these transformation may work beautifully. But in actual, keep in mind that these may apply to some actual case studies in data science. So one more thing about this particular data set, that it is ordered in a specific manner. Ordered in a specific manner It is ordered by year and state. Specifically, it is ordered in ascending order here. Ascending order. However, if you like to reverse the order, you can just choose the reverse rows option. Well, now you can have the order in descending format. So, if I am going to select this, if I am going to reverse this, till now it was ascending, but now it is in descending order in the year and state. So we can scroll along with this, and we can see that we can also reverse here. See, before M here is M. So what we will do, we will again reverse row. Okay, so we are back to the original data set, but now there are two additional steps in applied steps. So most optimum ways to delete both of the steps. However, let's focus on the transform themselves. Let's simply perform of count rows operation. All this does to summarize the data set operation. Now, by this count rows, we can count the all rows of the data set, and this is basically used to summarize the data set. So the point is to be the number of rows which are present here. We really need in our reports. So first we are just going to delete these two particular rows, and now I will do count rows. So there are total 626 rows, and the point is to the number of rows which are present here. So this is a total of a rows. So of course this transformation really needed in somewhere in report generation. So you will perform it if you really need count of the data. You really don't need any specific kind of information about data. Let's continue to delete step. So now let's move to the laptop details. Now we will do some information, some changes about in dataset laptop details, and we will see the product column here. Now you will see that each of the product have two words, one for brand and one for model. What if you really want to split two column in name and brand? See, MacBook Pro. MacBook is the brand, Pro is the model. MacBook is the brand, Air is the model. Similarly, first name is the brand and second is the model of that particular brand. What if you really want to split to the column name and brand? Well, by Power Query Editor, it is possible to us to perform a separation based on the facts that there is a space separating the two terms, and for that to apply, we will have to transform menu. See here, we just now go to the transform menu and choose the option of split column. Here is the option of split column. Now you will observe there are number of different ways to split can be applied. Let's just select delimiter option since we wish to separate using the space character, and then we need to specify how the splits need to occur. There are number of ways by which the split can occur, by lowercase, by delimiter, by number of characters, but we will select by delimiter because this kind of only transformation we really required. So now select or enter delimiter number of, there are number of options, comma, column, equal, semicolon, space. We will select here space because we really require space here. Okay, and at what we want to split at. We really want each occurrence of the delimiter split. So now if we are going to see advanced option, taking a look at advanced options, we can split it into the basis of columns and on the basis of row. We just want to split it by default on the columns, and just we want to split it into the two. This is by default. So now So just keep all of these settings and just see that product column now will, if we apply OK, will be converted into 2. Oh, what we have done, we have select some wrong column, I guess. Yes, what we have done, we have split the, so what we are going to do again, we will go to the product and we will go to the split column by delimiter, each occurrence by space, and we will select it. Now here you will see that this product column has been split into two, product 1, product 2. Now let's undo the changes and now we can apply transformation on type name. So where is the type name? Okay, now we can apply some transformation on type name. You want to apply some case conversion here. So let's say we want everything in uppercase here. So what we will do, we will go to the transform menu and we will go to the format. We will see here are number of options in which you can convert your format. Now what you will do, you will go to the format and you will change all rows to the uppercase of that particular column. Now you will see all the information about that particular column has been changed to the uppercase. After that, we can again go to the transform menu and we can go to the format, and what we will do, we will see capitalize each word. Now you will see the transformation. So I hope you have seen number of transformation here by using Power Query Editor by different data sets. For some more information, you really need to do more and more practice. What kind of change by different options you can do in your data set. Okay, I hope you got the information. I just want to pass by this video. Thank you so much.